There we go. Much better. Alright. Let's do this. Another day, another round of Dwarf Fortress. What do we got here? Besides a thunderstorm. Summer. Okay. Stocks. Okay. Kitchen. Okay. Drink is under recovery. We're okay. Health. Justice. Nobody's a criminal. On pause. Let's see. We were working on getting our sacrificial pit and getting ready for our DD. Let's dump the last of this rock. Get this cleared out. I don't need any stray dwarves coming down to pick it up later. Alright, what do we got? Keys fighting. Cabby boar. This is a stray dog. Oh, alright. Pestering stuff. Roof. Moving along. Most of the dwarves are out of the rain. For the statue garden. Perfect. Yeah, well, I got hunters. I got bowmen. Somebody should be taking care of that. We do not need this manned. Not in use. There. Free those two guys up. Mechanisms are done. And hunting is in progress. Good. Good, good, and good. Plenty of wood out there. Alright, let's claim a couple more of our arrows here. DEC. Let's make sure we got those. Cruising along. We're doing okay on iron. We got plenty of smelteries going. This is just going way too smooth. We still have dig operations going there. I got no idlers. Hopefully our booze and food holds out long enough for us to complete the roof. Peaceful and tranquil and very boring, but with the smelting jobs plus our artifacts we're getting close to, what are they here, we're getting up to almost 1 million. We'll catch some eyes in the world at that point. We got a dog chained up here. Where's my stray puppy? Maybe he didn't get down there yet. That could be it. So slow. 16 FPS. Ugh, damn rain. Plant life is good. This can't run any smoother. Almost find it unnerving. Do I have any halfway decent rare rock? Should really check that out at this point. What kind of, is this marble or is this, ooh, it is marble. Let's see, stone. Marble. I don't don't mind you building stuff out of marble. Looks like we got enough. Then we can come down here. Let's see here, we have marble on that end of town. And there, let's go here. Add statue U, and if I remember right, it's Shift W? Alt W. No. I gotta remember how to do this here. It's Shift C, no. Shift X, no. Well, easy enough. I can pull this up. I need to go to my DF hack init. Dwarf Fortress, DF hack init, edit Notepad Plus. What is that keystroke for materials? Let's see here. Titles in the Dwarf mode, default settings manager, job management, Dig V, auto dump here, don't care, zone set. Quick save, no. Advanced modes, bindings, dungeon mode, blah blah blah. Legends binding, here we are. Stockpiles, no. Materials, there it is. Job details, Alt A. That's what I was looking for. Alright. Minimize that. Might need to go back to that a little bit later. Alt A. There it is. Material. I want inorganic. And I think it is marble. There it is. Marble. Input item. Any item. Input item folder. There we go. Escape and repeat. There. Now we should get marble statues kicked out, and we'll just snag a little bit more marble just to make sure. Hello, Twitch audience. Yeah, I wish I had a lot more time, but I had to run. I had to go pick up, do some errand running and stuff. I would have started earlier, but that whole real life thing keeps getting in the way. Bummer, I know, but it's got to get done. So, took the dogs to the dog park. They're all happy. And sleeping, which is always a good thing. Let's double check our gem cutter. Okay, you still got jobs going. Let's get a few more cuts done. That'll keep that busy. Smelting job should still be churning along. Yep. And good. Plenty of pots. Perfect. We haul, so off to the roof we go. We stacking rock, we laying rock. Alrighty, you guys are grabbing boulders from every neck of the woods and then some. Cave wheat seeds. How can I be short on seeds? Although, yeah, you've planted pretty much every seed I had. Wow. That's actually kind of impressive. Alright, let's see if our puppies have made it down here. No. Blast. I wonder, I could probably do this also with here, and let's try doing this. Moving 2 puppies there. If the rope won't work, maybe the pasture will. The rain is just killing my FPS. Alright, I'm going to hop over to Dwarven Therapist here and double check and see if there's any other military equipment I need to make. Apparently there's a demand for leather shields. I'm guessing that's for the archer teams here, but let's see here. Yeah, they want leather shield, and high boots. Well, we're working on iron, or steel, so all we gotta do is wait for those steel jobs to finish up here. What am I doing? 18 pig iron? Yeah, I need a lot more than that. And I better make sure I have a good supply of the marble going. What's all this? That's the pit, that's right. Well, I got this area here. Let's cut out a bit of this too. Now I'll free up a little bit more marble. JMQ. Actually, I should have had iron picks in here somewhere. Copper picks, there they are. Still log jammed. They are making good use of the eggs though, so. This is the soldier, dog. Yeah, alright. More hunting stuff.
Sam, you can't do like that.
The hell was that noise?
It won't work.
He's afraid of the key. You gotta be kidding me. You are afraid of a little bird. I think it's a bird key. Yeah, I don't know. DBC, claim this rock. And all that roofing material counts towards our fortress value, so we should be making progress. Need more iron bars. Really? Still log jammed on the iron? I got plenty of it lying around. Alright, let's modify some of this then. Let's pull out. That's pretty straightforward. I mean, we don't have that much native silver mined. I think it's just a waiting game. Hello, Threyhawk. No, we're just moseying along. Everything's working okay. Let's get some more clothes shop jobs going though. Let's go with, we got a lot of cloth, so let's do this. JMQ cloth dress 30, Q cloth shirt 30, cloth socks 30, Q cloth trousers 30, and cloth. What else do we need to make sure we're not naked? Let's go with hoods. 30 there. That'll keep our tailor busy. I mean, we've got plenty of cloth, so I'm not terribly worried.
The dwarves have organized a party. Everyone's invited.
Yes, but where's the party organized? Granite statue? Yeah. Well, you're not in the rain anymore, at least. That is a very popular granite statue. Hello, Tobias. Glad you can make it. Again, I wish I could have a better schedule, but it just isn't going to happen. Maybe if I were 20-something, then I could pull it off, but too old, too many responsibilities. We'll get this next round of roofing done. We'll take a break from the roof job for a while, let everybody catch up with what they're doing. And at least our statue area is now out of the rain, which is the big key thing. Oh, okay. Plenty of rock. We got marble statues coming out. Statues, statues, and more statues. Add. Let's see here. What do we got up here? A lot of these pink deals. What are these pink ones? This is why I like not having them stack. Paracut pink garnets. Alright, so come over here. Add pink garnets. Where are they? Here. No, that's tourmaline. Garnet. EFR. Done. So we'll get some halfways decent statues looking. Halfways looking decent. Halfways decent looking statues. There we go. And our mayor's office finally got a statue. So we're going to go with R. Enter. Our captain of the guard got one. R. Enter. And that way people can hang out in the mayor and the captain of the guard's little courtyard, I guess we'd call it. It's kind of an old Roman thing. A lot of the homes were built around that had an open courtyard in the middle and they'd entertain there. So that's kind of our nod to that by putting the statue in their home. That's their civic responsibility to entertain and socialize. And of course everybody's going to ransack through their home too, but oh well. Yeah. Our hospital's rounding up even better. It's looking good. Wish some people would actually get around to cleaning, but not much I can do about that. I know you need iron bars. I think I'm going to have to get another smeltery going that's just dedicated to iron. Smeltery. Let's put you right here. We'll make you out of brass. Why not? I don't care. That'll do. It'll be an awesome place. Dude, he gets to work in the brass smeltery. No fair. For whatever reason, I got no activity on my garbage disposal. Did I change the dumping arrival on south? Yeah, you're fine. Hauling. We'll double check the hauling job. Take refuse from pile A. Yep, you got all that. You should load the cart up and then dump it. I might not have enough people to work on it. That could be it too. Let's run real quick a DF hack clean owned again, just to do that periodically. And one rotting item, so they'll get that taken care of. Let's make sure this one little spot is not... Yeah, I figured you were suspended for some reason. Good. That also gives us more locations for parties. Those statues lying about. Looks like we've got a decorated armor stand somewhere too. Now we're looking at nobles. Everybody seems happy. Hammerer. Let's get somebody assigned to that. Sure. We'll have one of our miners handle that job if necessary. Psst. Hey, you. Need you to go beat on a guy. Is he softer than rock? Yep. Perfect. Double check and make sure we've got brewing still going. Yep. Plant stocks are still holding out good. Looks like another statue is getting hauled out for decoration, which is good. We're going to sell all of our non-pretty statues, but let's make sure they're being stored in a place that's accessible. Setting furniture type. Yeah. Actually, I want to Ooh, that's gonna be tricky. I said statues there. It's far enough to the left, but I don't think we can pull that off. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work at all. Still working on the roof. This is just a whole lot of roof. There's more roof going on than in a kennel. Let's see here. Suspend you and suspend you. I don't know why you two are suspended to begin with. Probably some weird position glitch, but whatever. We'll get you unsuspended. Do. Woodcutters are still doing their thing. It's not like they don't have a lot of work. They've got plenty of work and plenty of wood. I gotta get some more haulers and whatnot, but we're gonna finish this roof if it kills us. I mean, we've got 0 idlers, so I mean, every dwarf and his cousin's working on this job. We're going to need some more coal too. There. I'll strip out this and this, and ooh, there's a nice big run of it here. There, but I only got the diggers do I actually have assigned. Yeah, I've only got 4 miners at the moment. I really need to bump that up a bit more, though, if I want to stay ahead of the coal. And let's pull you off of masonry duty. There. That way we can just stay on top of that, because... oh boy, here comes the kittens. Figured as much. No, is it ever. It is a colossal mess. But you know what? I have a lot of wood. I could do a wood roof too. Build, construction, floor, and wood is pretty light. Let's do wood over here. I'm going to forget about that ledge, so let's do it just a little bit short here. What's our first chunk of wood? Olive wood, done. Floor. If anything, it's going to be additional skill for our carpenters. Olive wood, sure. You know, I could do actually, I could turn on box select and do this whole chunk like so. Olive wood logs. Logs, and logs. There's that. There, and that'll keep our carpenter skills moving along too. So that ought to help. We've also accrued some more blocks, so let's do this. Build. Floor. We can come right here. And let's use up some of our stone blocks that we've accrued. And then we can switch back to wood. There. All the more. Would you like a recap? Yes, I will give you a recap. So, in a galaxy well, actually, a galaxy far, far away, a long, long time ago, 7 dwarves stopped by here, and we dug down a hole, which would be right about here. We then created this little farm area over here with lots of egg-laying birds and whatnot. And we got down, and we started our main fortress here, which was working just fine. Then a Minotaur showed up, And the Minotaur came, and one brave guy, who is actually the brave, who was just a miner doing his thing, went out and killed it. Wasn't even in the army, just went up and whacked it with a pickaxe and killed it. So we gave him a tomb up here for when he eventually dies. We then had a bunch of strange moods with individuals, and they got nicknames out of it. And then we have a couple full-time military guys, and we're trying to train an army up from nothing. This guy made a legendary barrel. This is our first mayor. This guy made a, I think he made a ring or something, I don't remember. So we've got a couple legendary guys here that made some stuff. Then we had a couple streamers request names, so we've got a couple of those in there. And that's pretty much all that we are. There's Something Time. It's one of our stream audiences there. We created a cistern, which worked really well. We had a legendary beast, but the legendary beast was murdered by a bunch of, like, fish people or something. I even got everything ready to trap them, but that did not happen. So we are getting, right now, the roof done, and right here, we are going to try to capture a giant cave spider in one of these cage traps. We have a building here, just in case, to draw out the building destroyer, and we have a couple of bait animals here. Hopefully that'll work. We'll close this bridge, get the capture, close that bridge, and so on. So that's pretty much where we're at. 3 of our sister cities have been sacked by an invading army of some sort, and we have not seen hide or hair of a kobold, goblin, nothing. So that's pretty much where we're at. We'll be playing this fortress until we dip below 10 FPS, or we're wiped out, obviously whichever comes first. And we are slowly creeping our way down in an effort to find lava. So, one way or the other. If we hit 10 frames per second on average, then what we're going to do is we'll just retire the fort successfully, and then we will create another fortress from the same civilization. And depending on how circumstances go, we might even be so lucky as to get some of our own citizens here to migrate to the new fortress. So that will be our routine there, in case just it's too quiet and nothing really happens. So we got a backup plan for that. And then again, for the Minecraft stuff, I'll be recording that. I probably won't be streaming it just because there's a lot of tedium. Well, there's tedium right now. I mean, we've got nothing going on at this point except watching people skill up. That's why we keep going to J. We're looking here. We're waiting to start seeing demonstrations, but nobody has enough skill. We literally did not get any of our migrant waves, anybody that was competent in combat. So it's basically a bunch of idiots trying to figure out how to be warriors, and none of them know how to do that. So we're not going to be getting much in the way of demonstrations until people, sharpen up and start having some reasonable amount of skill. So, but yeah, our barracks is rocking out. It's busy. A lot of people doing individual drills. So, with doing like a danger room, yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. We're basically in a holding pattern for a while. So, by all means, feel free to put me in the background and play Batman Arkham Asylum or Arkham City or one of those Batman games or something like that. I will pipe up if something out of the ordinary happens. But otherwise, if you got questions, by all means, feel free to ask. It's nothing for me to answer them. All I have to do is turn my head and look at the screen and read and stuff like that. So, because otherwise we're just sitting here kind of watching a roof get built and making sure that our drink, which is now on the decline again. Let's make sure our drink orders are up. Yep, and yep. So I don't know what the deal is there. It might be in transit. But we're almost at our hard cap. A population of 150 is the hard cap. So Mayor's office is doing okay. Captain of the Guard's office is doing okay. We're decorating statues. We're just waiting for fall to roll around so we can sell off some of this stuff. So that's basically what we're doing. We have Auto Butcher going, so Z, animals, Shift B. I have to tell Captain Duck on that so I can actually remember the keystroke. We've got cats and dogs off of the butchering cycle because I want the cat explosion to happen. That'll be enough leather cow or dogs we're going to be using for attack dogs and things like that, so we don't want to butcher those. But we've got our listing here. So, and again, we want to keep our kid count much higher than our adult count, so when they turn into adults, they'll get butchered out, keeping our numbers down. Yep, that's the definition of a danger room. No, this is 423, something like that. I mean, where is it here? It's start, computer, raid, 423, 4023 I should say, starter pack Rev 2. Auto chop dashboard. What's this? Ah, that'll be awesome once I get the cave secured. Alrighty, I was not aware of that. Set priorities. Good to know. Box select off. Alright. Good to know. Learning stuff new every day. Alright. I know we have some haulers, but not enough. Yeah, we're still stuck in the rough. Work faster! Our patrols are doing good. Schedule. Intercept team, patrol team. Yeah, Patrol Fortress Pat 1, 2 guys, training 4. Yeah, I mean, this is just as smooth as it gets. Well, yeah, doing a danger room in that sense would, to a degree, make sense. On the other hand, though, the skill gains are just a touch too cheaty for me. Otherwise, I'd build a bridge and throw coins at them. They'd be master dodgers in an instant. So, okay, beds are done. Yeah. Nope. I figured just let them train themselves, and what happens, happens. I don't want to necessarily have to go to the extreme of using a danger room, especially since we're not under siege. So, otherwise, your dwarves are damn near invincible at that point, and that just gets boring. Although, to be honest, staring at a roof getting built is not very exciting either, but and not much I can do just yet until my miners finish up their tasks at hand, which one of them is separating this wall. So, 3 dwarves. I mean, yeah, we've got a lot of haulers, but everybody is just pinned under the roof jobs. But if we switch out to carpentry for the rest of the roof, that'll free everybody up, because I only set everybody as masons. So if we switch over to wood, then that'll just keep our carpenters busy, and since we don't have any bed orders going for, yeah. Work for your achievements, am I right? Yeah, I suppose. The balance is that the dwarf AI as it stands and how military functions is not very intelligent in a lot of things. So, depending on skill level and things like that, you can compensate for that for using certain game mechanics. I mean, for instance, down here we have, which is effectively exploiting pathing behavior. However, I find that a reasonable compromise, since Trapezoid creatures are going to just beeline in, so that's not going to be an issue, and they still can drift over here on occasion. But until dwarves are smart enough to actually stand at one point and not engage in melee, that's a big issue. So if you have archers and they get close enough, they'll stop being archers and start beating people with crossbows. It's like, where's my just stand here and shoot and then retreat if you have to kind of AI. So there's a lot that still needs to be done there as well. But it's give and take. We got a lifetime for, well, as long as Toady and them are doing their thing. I mean, obviously they're not immortal, but we'll see how Dwarf Fortress evolves over the years, and that's half the fun. I mean, in reality, this is a simulation that just happens to have a game as an interface to that simulation. So a lot like SimCity in many ways. Half the fun of SimCity was just building your city and then just kind of watching it operate. What I'm waiting for is some more dwarfy siege weaponry. I want to see cannons. I want to see some saltpeter, charcoal, nitrate, big old, 80-pound cannonball loaded up in a cannon and then rigged to go off. That would be kind of fun to see. Magic was intended in this. I mean, it's in the devlogs way back when, and Masterwork attempts to implement some of that, but it would be interesting to see because he's now starting to work on the tavern and the temple. I'd like to see the temple kind of lead into the foundations for some dwarfly magic. Because, come on, it'd be awesome to see like one of your dwarf mages up on a parapet throwing down little fireballs, little periods that are red. Of course, then everything would light on fire and everyone would burn to death, but it would be the appropriate Dwarf Fortress way to go. Miners, I turned off all your masonry work. You guys should not even be dealing with that. Unsuspend. No. How about down here? Anything get on? Yeah, you got suspended for some reason. So did you, and you. Probably that stupid bird. Alright, here we go. Do. We got about 15, 20 more minutes, and then I gotta bail out for a bit. So yeah, I would have preferred, I'd like to start these at about between 4 and 5 rather than at after 5, just because of time, but work, we're short-staffed, so I'm stuck keeping tabs on stuff, plus errand running, and it's just been a disaster. This has not been a good week, gaming-wise. Although on the plus side, I did actually get a couple matches of League in last night, so that was kind of a nice... Internet finally settled down enough where I can get out there. We will be doing a LAN party. Let me check the calendar here. Like the weekend of the... Is it the weekend of the 25th? Next weekend? Yeah, it might be next weekend. So, depending on what we're doing and stuff like that, maybe we'll get some streaming of me and my crew just chilling out and doing our LAN party stuff. So, half the time I'd love to stream some of that stuff, but we are like the most politically incorrect group on the face of God's earth, so I'd have to like just record it and then post it, and it would sound something analogous to beep 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 Betty White beep 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 in your beep 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 Cheryl Tiegs. That's all it would sound like. And then don't get everybody started on political talk. Oh God. You mentioned Reagan, Clinton, or Obama, and it's just a disaster. Which you figure we'd be mellowing out by, the age that we're at, but oh hell no. Hot button topics are hot button topics. Oh God. Well, yeah, it's if we're going historical, I mean, we even have 12th century cannons. We've got 800 AD. We had crude cannon-like devices, and I mean, you could fit it in, but yeah, blunderbuss. I think that's what you're thinking. That's the pistol, I think, and then what's it? I don't know, was the blunderbuss the rifle or the pistol? You figure for a guy in the NRA, I'd know this. Huh. And for a guy that studied ancient Chinese history, I should also know this. See, this is what happens when you go into college for history and then drop out of that for a major and go into IT. Just, I really should know that. Alright, I'm going to take a wager, a guess that our other smeltery is finally built. And that would be a no. Why? Because everybody's stuck on the roof. Come on, finish up the stonework at least. I don't have that many people on carpentry. At one point they had a gunpowder-driven arrow. I forgot what that device was called. Wasn't a very smart idea either, because the aerodynamics of it were terrible. It was pre-rifling, I think, too. Yeah, it's like, hey, I got an idea. Let's make a big, heavy metal arrow that doesn't fly very well and shoot it at things. Which, if you've ever tried to do that with like a bottle rocket, aiming a bottle rocket is not the easiest thing in the world, so I would expect something heavy and not very aerodynamic to be just as bad. Alright, there's that. Okay, we're done with those. I'm colorblind, so here we go with the freaking yellow-green crap. This one, I think, is yellow, maybe green. Yeah, let's see. Square cut, right, suppress. Yellow grassware, heliodors. Shoot, I don't have a real consensus of material, do I? You got a little bit of tanzanite. Let's cue that up. Add tanzanite, EFR. There we go. Get a couple more encrust jobs, although I should have bothered to check. There's a T for in a building. Yeah, you're going to end up redecorating this crap over and over again because nobody's hauling it out. Hate it when that crap happens, but oh well. Come on, roof. Today. Can't get any special projects done. Logistical nightmare, down to 58. Alright, let's get another brewer in here. Since the lowest priority job is haulers, I'm going to pull out. Ooh, if anybody has any brewing. Nobody has any brewing propensity. So, let's take 4 more of you. Clear labors. Customize brewer. Apply. There. Pulled 4 people out of the hauling labor pool, stripped them of masonry and carpentry, just straight up brewing. And between now, I think we're up to 8 brewers. We should be okay. Yeah, flintlock would be the genre. It's, you know what? I have Google. Why would I not just use Google?
I can't do that there.
I can double check the blunderbuss article. Oh yeah, that was the pistol. Blunderbuss was, well, it's more like a carbine rifle, but close enough for government work. And then flintlock. Flintlock was any firearm pretty much that used the old flint and steel spark with powder. So you had technically a lot of rifles were flintlock, but musket is the word we're looking for, is the rifle. So you could have a flintlock musket, a flintlock blunderbuss. All of them legally work just as well as a flintlock. And they had terrible, terrible, terrible accuracy. Which really explains a lot why duels played out the way that they did back in the day. Because if you went more than 20 paces, you probably weren't going to hit anything. Alrighty, let me check here. About 10 more minutes. Damn. That's so much more I wanted to do. Nobody's even hauling that. Ooh, cave alligator? Ooh, I'd love to get a bunch of you and breed you. Unfortunately, my diggers are too inconsistent. Although they did. No, they still haven't started that wall. Brr! What are you guys doing? Are you just a bunch of drunks? Of course, everybody's in the military too, so I gotta remind myself of that. What are you doing? Constructing a building. Constructing a building and constructing a building. None of you have... Oh, wait, that's right. He changed that in the last release. Building floors and stuff is not a masonry job anymore. I just remembered that. Thank you, sir. May I have another? You know, you figure I'd be paying attention to that, but that explains why. It's not a masonry job anymore. Constructing buildings is not masonry, which is why everybody is busy, despite the fact I took half of them off of roof work. Which means I'm also not going to get any much of the way of skill up out of this. Farfik Nugan. Well, I might as well finish the roof with wood then. Here we can work off of. On the right Z level, right? Yeah. Good. I don't have anything over there, but I can here. Well, it will definitely be quicker with wood, that's for sure. In hindsight, I probably should have just made it all out of wood in the first place. And here I was thinking I was going to get a whole bunch of Freemasonry skill up. Nope, that's what I get for not paying attention. I'm bummed though. 3 years in and not a goblin to be seen. Walt, nobody cares about your economic theory. Nobody's going to listen to you. You're a dog. Never breed hyper-intelligent dogs. Let's see. Who builds even more? I think my dog, Walt, is a staunch liberal, and I think my neighbor dog is a conservative, and all they do is argue economic theory all day out on the deck. Do 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 do. JM. Almost done. Iron Boots still moving along. Please tell me you got that one smeltery finally built. Yes. Okay, you are going to do one thing and one thing only. Get that completely, that queue stuffed. There. All 10 slots. Nothing but iron. we have tons of copper too, so we're caught up on our copper. What? What? Nobody cares. Nope. All right, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No, no, no. Come here. All right. Up you go. Ah. There you are. Now, you can argue to the internet all you want about your economic theory, okay? Are you sorry then? I don't care about your central bank theory and your thoughts on fiat money systems. It's not going to matter, okay? Wave goodbye. Wave goodbye. All right. Now go read your history books. Let me know when you're done with Keynesian economic theory. Yeah, that's Walt. I tried to do that with Stan, but Stan's about 6 feet tall when you stand him up on his hind legs. One of the funniest incidents with my dog Stan was I caught him on the kitchen counter. Not like paws up on the kitchen counter, he had actually hopped up and was standing on it. And the disturbing thing is he's 1.5 feet taller than me when he does that. Are we lagging out again? Because my internet is still not 100% recovered, but yeah, let me know if we're lagging out again. Like, yeah, your uplink is fine. I'm like, no, it isn't. And of course, if you don't have business class, ain't gonna do anything about it. But that's what I get for living out in the middle of nowhere. Can't stand living in the cities. Too many people. My younger days, sure. Gotcha. Alright, unsuspend. Unsuspend. Okay, all of our ledges are good. Unsuspend, unsuspend, unsuspend. Just checking our parameters there. There we go. Well, our roof is picking up a little bit of pace now that we're switching to wood. I wonder if I can force a siege. Is there a DF command for that? To the wikis! DF back, force a siege. Blah. Just trying to see if there's anything I can find that we can kickstart it. No, 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 no. I'm just at the mercy of WorldJet at this point. The hell is that? It's like a blue hand. Ah! Save. Well, actually that's a good time because it's almost time I gotta split, so... No, I'm not going anywhere. I just got to start dinner, and then I'm going to probably switch over to the Minecraft stuff and start recording there. I might try to stream it, but yeah. DF because all the tiles look the same. It's survivable, but I tried using, what is that, light something or other. What is that app called? Minimize, 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 minimize. Lightworks. I tried stitching together videos with Lightworks, but its max resolution is 720, so... Which, downsampled down, that could be pretty rough, but... Alright, so I'm going to cut it there. Again, thank you all for stopping by. I will try to stream it then. And wherever you are, again, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. And I will catch you guys next time, and a little bit later I'll try to see if I can do some streaming of the Minecraft stuff. So if you haven't caught up on those, we're only, I think, the first one you can pretty much skip because I had to destroy that world because I had chunk issues, but episode 2 and 3 are up on that. And episode 3 was originally 3 hours of footage. After editing, I got it down to about an hour, but feel free to skip through that. We're basically just going to try out this Ancient Warfare 2 mod, which is very DF-esque for me because you can create little villagers and set them to do stuff. It reminds me a lot, partially of the Millionaire mod, and then the old defunct, which I never heard ever resurrecting, was the Colony mod. So, anyways, I gotta go get some food going, and I will catch you guys later. Sorry for the short run today, but errands are errands. So, again, thanks for stopping by.